Hi everyone, my name is Ellalacious. Firstly, just a word of thanks to Mom and Jess Moments for having me on this channel. I feel it's a big deal, to be considered a source of inspiration. So thank you. I feel really honored by this act. And to the viewers of this channel, hi. Just a quick get to know me. My name, like I said, is Laura Anazie. I am Nigerian born, South African raised, and if you haven't guessed so already, I am a medical doctor by profession. I just completed my degree like last year, and I'm now currently working in KZN. So I've been called upon to speak to the youth on tips on how to fulfill their dreams. And on this topic, I have come up with 4 tips in achieving your dreams. The first tip is something that you guys have probably heard way too much of, but it is do something that you love. Align your dreams with your passion. It's very cliche, I know, but it's a very truthful statement. For me, from a young age, there were many indications that I was likely to be a doctor. I think I was around 9, 10 when I discovered my dad's textbooks at home. Now, my dad is a doctor, so I discovered his surgical textbooks. And let me tell you guys, I think I paged through the entire book. And no, I wasn't reading anything. I was just looking at the pictures. But I was really fascinated by the different conditions in that book. I still remember them till this day. There were conditions of patients with breast cancer, patients with elephantitis, patients with genovirus, which is what we more commonly know as bow leg in Nigeria. So I was really fascinated by these pictures and also the power that doctors or surgeons had, the power they had in order to rectify these conditions. So I think that was the first pointer that this one is likely to be better. But also, I was super interested in reading the package inserts of medications. You know that paper, when you buy a drug, and that paper inside, it gives you information with regards to the indications of the drug, the contraindications of the drug, and the side effects of the drug. I always wanted to know about every drug around at home. I think I was a little bit of a know-it-all, quite frankly, and a little bit of a busybody, but I guess it was a harmless act. So yes, I think it's really important to do something that you love. You are way more likely to put in all the effort required. My second tip would be do your research. This is important, and you can apply this to anything, whether you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, or even if you want to be famous. You need to know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve that dream. For example, if you want to become a doctor, you need to do your research about the medical schools in your area or even abroad, and also on the requirements needed in order to get into med school, like the high school grade requirements. So you can't just say, I want to achieve this dream, but not know how to get there. Because even now for me, yes, I'm a doctor, but I would still like to specialize and do other things with my life, quite frankly. So in order to achieve that, I need to do my research and find out the exact process, and that way I'll be able to set smaller goals in achieving my dream. My third tip would be talk about your dream or vocalize your dream. I believe that there is a lot of power in the tongue, and there is a lot of power in what we say to ourselves. Like, honestly, I talk about the fact that I want to specialize all the time. When you constantly repeat these things, you affirm it in your mind, and you're able to grab opportunities that pass you by because you are more alert and you are more aware of exactly what you want to achieve. But also, when you talk about your dreams, you never know who's listening. Like just the other day, I was sorting out some insurance related issues and they needed to take bloods on me. So now the male nurse taking my bloods was asking me what I want to specialize in, and I told him. And then he told me about a contact that he has in an academic hospital and how this person has helped multiple doctors achieve their goals of being a specialist. So it was a very informative discussion, and hopefully it leads somewhere. But even if it doesn't, it will be a learning experience anyway. So I think it's really important to talk about your dream. Don't keep it bottled inside. Talk about it, vocalize it. You never know where it might lead you. My fourth and final tip would be, don't let bad days get to you. I know this one can be quite difficult. As human beings, we tend to focus more on the bad than we do the good, and that's very unfortunate. And there will definitely be bad days in whatever it is that you do. There will be challenging days. For me, sometimes I work 24-hour shifts and I just feel miserable sometimes, and I question if this is what I want to do with my life. But I can't allow myself to be demotivated and feel like medicine is entirely not for me, because it could just be that I'm in a department that is not right for me. So I need to keep that in mind and not give up so easily. I think that's really important. And even if you do have a bad day or you're sad, it's okay to acknowledge that feeling. But just, sleep on it, and by the next day, like, wipe everything off and start every day on a positive note, on a clean slate. So yes, those are my 4 tips on achieving your dreams, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. All right, bye.